What's up, pranksters? Welcome back. I got a really cool video for you guys today. In this video, I'm gonna show you pranksters 10 cool hacks that will help you out in school. Now, these life hacks are really awesome, so I hope you guys enjoy them. And if you do, hit that thumbs up button and check it out. For our first little hack, we're gonna need a pen, some whiteout, and some scissors along with some double-sided tape. First thing we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna shorten this pen. So we're gonna open it, we're gonna disassemble it. The ink tube is pretty long, so we're gonna shorten it. So I'm pretty much gonna cut off all of it, and I'm gonna do this over this notebook so I don't make a big mess. Just like that. It's gonna start bleeding out with ink, so I'm gonna cover it with some clear tape. We wanna block off all the ink from coming out. Just like I shortened the ink tube, I'm gonna shorten the body of the pen. So I'm gonna put the tip of the pen back. Now, what will determine the length of the body is the whiteout. So we're gonna open it up, and the top will determine the length of this pen. So the ink reaches about here, about 3/4 of an inch. I'm gonna cut right here. So I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna use some strength, but I can easily cut this pen. Just like that. See? The next step is to fill up the pen with some whiteout. So I'm gonna pour some whiteout inside. About half of it because I don't want it to overfill. I'm barely gonna pour some in there. Now that I got the whiteout inside, this is gonna be my cap for my pen as well as my whiteout. So whenever I need some whiteout, I'm gonna use this. Now it's not snug, so that's why I mentioned that I was gonna use the double-sided piece of tape because it's foam. So I'm gonna wrap a couple of squares around the top of this pen. Now I can close it off. So just put it inside. It'll be super snug. And that's it. I know it's a mini pen, guys. Look at it. It writes Next. Now, of course, if I want to erase that, I'm gonna shake this and then cover it up with some whiteout. And then when you're done with it, put it back, make sure it's secured on, and that's it. You got yourself a mini pen with some whiteout. Have you guys ever had this problem where you have a lot of loose pages? Maybe you used a hole puncher, but now you need something to attach them together. Well, if you don't have any paper clips, binder clips, or a stapler, here's a cool thing you guys can do. For this hack, you'll need 6 thumbtacks and 3 pencils. Well, not really the pencils, just the erasers. So wiggle out the erasers, remove them from the pencils because that's all we're gonna need. First thing we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna put the erasers through the holes on the papers. As you guys can see, this is line paper. There's nothing holding them together, not even a spiral. So here, I'm gonna take a thumbtack and pierce right through it and attach it on. Now the eraser, I'm gonna put it through one hole, just like this. See? And now the back, I'm gonna pierce it again with another thumbtack. And it should stay put. Now repeat the process with the rest of the thumbtacks and erasers. Now if your stack of papers is not that thick, you guys can trim off the erasers. Maybe you can use one eraser for 2 holes. And that's it, pranksters, look at that. This works like a charm. It's very reliable, and when you're done using it, of course, if you happen to find a stapler or some paper clips, then you can easily remove these, put them back in the pencils, and the thumbtacks, you can put them back on the corkboard or wherever they go. Since I have the hole puncher out, here's a cool hack you guys can use this hole puncher for. So let's say you want to watch a movie. Well, this hole puncher can serve as a stand. For example, right here I have my tablet, and all I do is rest it on there like this, and I can easily watch a movie. It's a very neat hack. Have you ever had to take notes and you wanted to highlight something, but temporarily, not permanently? Here's a cool hack that you guys can use for that. Get yourself some invisible tape. Well, this is basically clear tape. We're gonna cover this text that says right here, Nextraker is the best DIY prankster ever. So I'm gonna take the tape and cover it. Except on one end, guys, I'm gonna fold it just a little so that I can peel it off later. And now I can highlight it. So I'm gonna take my highlighter and highlight this text. Just like that. But let's say later on I wanna unhighlight this. Well, it's simple. All I gotta do is peel off the tape and it'll unhighlight it. Have you ever had this issue, guys, where you have a bunch of thumbtacks and push pins all over the place and you don't wanna pick them up because you're afraid you're gonna get pricked? You don't wanna get poked by them? Well, here's a cool way that you guys can pick these up without poking yourselves. You'll need a Ziploc bag like this one. Now this one we're gonna turn inside out, just like this. And now on the inside, we're gonna throw in a magnet, and the magnet will do our dirty work for us. Look, just like this. See? Now once you've picked up all the thumbtacks and push pins, turn the bag inside out. And then just remove the magnet, and you have successfully picked up the push pins and thumbtacks. This trick also works with paper clips, safety pins, staples, anything that will attract a magnet. Just look at this. Simple as that. And then just remove it and you're good to go. Let's say you're working on two subjects, math and reading, and you only have one clipboard. Of course, where you're at, there's no tables, there's no surface for you to do your work on. And let's say you're relying on your clipboard to do your work. You'll be holding it like this and doing your math, but let's say you want to work on reading. Well, you have to flip the page. And it's a bummer having to flip the page and then going back to the word and then flipping the page again. And then you might end up tracing over it and onto your reading homework. So you don't want to do that. So here's a cool hack that might help you guys out. You got to do this beforehand though if you ever have this issue. Flip the clipboard upside down like this. Then you're going to take a binder clip and you're going to apply some hot glue on it. A bunch of it actually. Because we're going to glue this on the back of this. So add as much glue as you can and then just glue it on the back. Let it dry and pretty much you'll have two clipboards. So now you can put your reading work on the back and in the front still continue working on your math. It's a really cool hack. You get two clipboards in one. This is my whiteboard, guys, and I'm gonna erase it. But let's say that, for example, I didn't have an eraser. Well, I'm gonna show you guys how to make your own. It's very simple. For this, you can use the back of a calculator like this one. It has to be able to slide out. You guys can also use an old phone case. I'm gonna go with the calculator though. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some tape inside, just like this. And on the very end, I'm gonna fold it to make a flap so I can peel it off later when I no longer need it. Next, we're gonna need some cotton balls. So I'm gonna get a few, like this, and I'm gonna begin to glue them onto the calculator cover. I'm gonna apply some glue on it, just like this. And then one by one, I'm gonna stick them on. And that's it, pranksters. Look at that. You have yourself a whiteboard eraser, just like this one. It works great, watch. I'm gonna show you guys an example. Use it as you would a normal eraser. Look. See, hardly any mess. So, I'm gonna erase the whole thing. It works just like an eraser. Now this is like $2. So you can save some money by using this method. Now when they get super dirty, because they will get dirty eventually, you guys can peel them off just like this. And you'll be able to repeat this method over and over again. Just have enough cotton balls. What I have here is a pencil, a marker, a pen, and a highlighter. Here's a cool hack for those of you that use these a lot. For example, I'm gonna take the pencil and the pen like this. At the end, I'm gonna join them together with some tape. So I'm gonna wrap some tape around it. Just like this. Very, very simple. And I'm gonna repeat the same step with the marker and the highlighter. It is very, very simple. And now I'm gonna cross both sets like this to create, like I said, a little cross. So again, I'll be using some tape. And that's it, guys. I know it looks crazy. I know we're not gonna play Charlie Charlie. This actually works. For example, if you wanna use the pencil, you use the pencil. Now if you wanna use the highlighter, use the highlighter. Again, you wanna use the marker. And so on. It's very helpful, but once you don't use one, guys, cover it with the cap. If there's a cap available, for example, the pencil, you can cover it with a pencil grip. The pen, of course, has its own cap, so try not to poke yourselves. But this is a really nice hack you guys can use, especially if you're always required to use these. That way you don't go into your book bag and look for these supplies. They'll all be attached together. Here's a great way that you guys can carry your water bottle at school. For example, here I have my backpack and there's no pockets where I can put my water bottle. So here's what you guys can do to fix that problem. Right here I have a retractable key holder. It is very strong. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna put it over the neck of the bottle like this. See, it holds it. Another cool feature about this is that it has a clip. So I can clip it to my backpack like so. See guys, here's my water bottle attached to my backpack, and if I want to take a sip, I just pull on it, twist the cap, take a drink, put the cap back on, and then just let it go. And it'll hang from my backpack. I like that it retracts back where it was. It's not uncomfortable at all. Here's a cool little way to recycle an old glue stick. Now this one is empty, there's nothing in there, although it does contain that glue stick holder, which twists out when you twist the bottom. What we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna make this an eraser holder. So we're gonna take a large eraser like the one I have here and cut it up so it fits inside this glue stick container. I'm gonna cut up this eraser into strips, very thin strips that I'll be able to fit in the glue stick container. I'm gonna screw this piece back on. This was what was holding the glue stick. So I'm gonna put it back where it goes, and I'm gonna twist the bottom so it goes in all the way down. So here are the two pieces of eraser that I've selected. I'm gonna put them inside, so I'm gonna push them all the way down like this. They should fit very, very snug. Here's my glue stick eraser. See, I can cover it and take it anywhere with me. People will think that this is a glue stick, but when I open it, it will reveal my eraser. Let's see how well it works. It works pretty awesome. And the cool thing about this is that the eraser, of course, is gonna get worn out, it's gonna get smaller, and once it starts to get smaller, all you guys gotta do is twist on this and more eraser will come out. Look at that. Pretty awesome, right? And there you guys have it. 10 awesome life hacks that will be useful to you guys at school. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, guys, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet, with the notifications turned on, of course. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and supporting my video and this channel altogether. You guys are awesome. I'll see you pranksters in my next video. So I'm gonna use these for the pencil grip that I'm about to make. So basically, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the eraser caps in half, like this. We're gonna slide the pencil through them like this. Perfect. Look at that. You have yourself a pencil grip. And I'm gonna take some white out, take some of this, and just fill up my cap. And I'm just gonna cover the cap like this. And the cool thing about this is that it snaps into place. And I'm gonna take the white out covered cap and tape it on the end of the Sharpie. Just like this, pranksters. All around. Perfect. Look at this.